The following program is a Greenlight Maine production being brought to you in part by Bangor Savings Bank.
It's the way life should be. Greenlight Maine, building Maine's economy. Greenlight Maine, start here, scale here, stay here. It's your Maine and mine, building Maine's economy, one dream at a time. It's the way life should be. Greenlight Maine.
Welcome to the Greenlight Maine College Edition finale. I'm Julene Gervais. If you're just joining us now, this is the episode to watch. We've met dozens of impressive students across campuses in Maine this season, and we are down to 3. We have College of the Atlantic, Colby College, and Thomas College, and they'll walk away sharing a $20,000 prize purse today. Before we meet them, let's say hello to our judges. They are very recognizable and business leaders in Maine. Welcome Stacey Haskell from Bangor Savings Bank.
Thank you. I'm the marketing manager for Bangor Savings Bank, and supporting small businesses is a huge commitment for the bank. We understand the positive impact they have in our economy and in our local communities. So I'm very excited to hear the contestants' ideas today.
Awesome, and Bangor Savings Bank does so much, so thank you. Next up, we have Brian Eng from Clay Cove Capital. Tell us about what you do.
Sure. Clay Cove Capital is a private equity firm focused on real estate dependent businesses like early childhood education centers and art storage facilities. And I also, in addition to Clay Cove Capital, have been an advisor and investor in local food and hospitality businesses as well. And I'm excited to hear about these companies today.
And we're excited to have you, so thank you for joining us. And rounding out our panel is Kim Getchell-Curry from the Finance Authority of Maine. Welcome back, Kim.
Thanks, I'm happy to be back. Glad to be here again. For 43 years, FAME has helped businesses attain access to extra capital, and we have also helped Maine people afford higher education. So happy to be here.
All right, we're going to talk to you in just a couple minutes. It's time for our first pitch from the College of the Atlantic. It is all about your four-legged friend. So thank you, Andy Paloris, for everything that you're doing for our fur babies. Whenever you're ready.
We are loving our dogs to death. 60% of dogs in the U.S. are obese. One of the leading causes of obesity in dogs is overfeeding. One of the things we tend to overfeed are treats. 96% of dog owners in the U.S. reported giving their dogs treats on a daily basis. What this tells us is that there's a strong relationship between bonding with your dog and giving treats. On average, a treat is 20 to 40 calories. That's a lot of calories and can really compound over time, especially if you're giving multiple treats a day. Currently, the market for dog treats in the U.S. is situated at $11 billion with an expected CAGR through 2030 of 7 to 10%. My business, Buoy and Biscuit, intends to take advantage of this market by providing low-calorie and healthy treats for dogs. As a pre-vet student, I've developed 8 recipes, each of which stem from 2 parent recipes, the pumpkin and the carrot biscuit. They can have whole wheat flour or oat flour and or peanut butter in the dough. My biscuits, on average, are 5 to 10 calories depending on the recipe, which means they can be given multiple times a day in accordance with the 10% rule provided by veterinarians, stating that 10% of a dog's daily diet can come from treats. When I sell, they would be priced at $12.50 to $13 depending on the recipe. Currently, my goals are to begin selling locally at farmers markets, by word of mouth, and online in Maine. My second goal is to streamline the process of baking and packaging, and that would probably cut down some of the cost for the consumer. And my third goal is to develop new recipes and specifically focusing on medical conditions in dogs like allergies, diseases, and anything else. The money from Greenlight Maine would help me achieve these 3 goals by giving me the money to apply for licenses, get my guaranteed analysis done, pay for farmers market fees, buy supplies and equipment, and as well as test out new recipes and buy those ingredients.
Congratulations, you have done so amazingly well, and we got a chance to taste those last time, and they're so good even for people. So, all right, Stacey, kick us off.
First of all, I love the name and your logo. Do you know if there's other brands out there that have low-calorie treats like yours?
Yes, but a lot of them are like commercial markets, so they're not fresh ingredients, and they usually have a lot of ingredients in them too, to be fillers, so they're preservatives and those kind of things. Most of my recipes are like a maximum of 5 ingredients, and this makes it simple, it's easy to digest for the dog.
Great work. We talk a lot in our household, and we have dogs as well, but for the people too, we talk about the knowing what's in our food, so fewer ingredients and understanding what they are is a big deal for us. So I think this is a great product, but I'm a little bit curious to understand what the shelf life of it is. Do you have a sense of how long a bag of these would last before they'd go stale?
Once I get my guaranteed analysis, I'll know for sure, but right now I am estimating based on what's called a snap test, where you snap your biscuits to see what kind of texture you have, and they fall in that snap test, meaning they would have a long shelf life. I can't say for sure that they would last a year, but they would last a significant amount of time because they have low moisture content.
Great presentation. I agree, our dogs did love these when you had them here last. For me, my question is, what is your plan for balancing the business as you go through your graduating college into your next stage in your career?
As I graduate this June, I am planning to stay here in Maine as far as I can tell indefinitely, and I plan on taking a gap year before pursuing vet school. During that gap year, I'm going to use that to really set up my business, set up my standards, set up how I want it to be. I don't want to grow too big. I want to continue being a small business serving local people.
And so for our viewers at home, can you share the information if people want to order from you? Do you have a website?
My website will go live once I have my license to sell, but for right now you can place an order with my email, and once I have the license I will distribute and sell to you. My email is buoyandbiscuit@gmail.com, and that "and" is spelled and not the symbol.
You've done so well, and we wish you nothing but the best, so please stay in touch.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, we got to take a short break and hear from our sponsors, but don't go anywhere because Colby College is on deck and he's all about recycling energy. We'll be right back. You can come on over.
Since 1852, Bangor Savings Bank has been helping New Englanders thrive by living our You Matter More promise. We invest in Northern New England because your ideas, your well-being, and your business matter to us. Our commitment is reflected in our caring employees, innovative solutions, and investments in local communities. At Bangor Savings Bank, you are at the heart of everything we do because you matter more.
The people at Fame know what it takes to not just open a business, but ensure that it's successful.
To have people in your corners is really helpful.
Fame works for Maine, helping create a bright economic future.
It's about helping Maine grow.
Caring for your teeth, gums, and eyes is a must when it comes to your overall health, but it doesn't have to drain your budget. Delta Dental provides affordable, dependable dental and vision coverage for individuals and families looking for preventive, long-term care. Whether you're still working, retirement is on the horizon, or you're a small business owner, we've got a plan for you. So choose coverage that cares from Delta Dental. Find the plan that's right for you at nedelta.com.
Welcome back to the Greenlight Maine College Edition finale. Our next company is from Colby College and focusing on recycling energy. Welcome, Charlie Parks. Whenever you're ready, look right at the judges.
Hi, my name is Charlie Parks, and I'm the founder and CEO of Topa Energy Storage, where we're proving that a battery's retirement is actually when it becomes most profitable. The main problem we're trying to solve is that lithium-ion batteries are retired when they no longer have the capacity needed to fulfill their original task, even though they usually still have around 70% of their original capacity remaining. Currently, solar installation companies have to pay recycling companies to dispose of old batteries. Based in Waterville, Maine, Topa Energy Storage will offer a cheaper rate to these installation companies to both acquire and repurpose these batteries. The edge we have right now is that we focus on cost efficiency rather than weight, serving a massive market that needs reliable power rather than space-age lightness. Lithium-ion batteries are a collection of individual cells. Our concept is to take old batteries, break them down into their component cells, test each individual cell for its remaining capacity, and then finally repackage those cells with over 60% capacity remaining into standard commodity sizes. Although a Topa battery will be 50% heavier than a brand new one for the exact same energy output, ours will be offered at a fraction of the price. Our heavier batteries will be ideal for stationary storage applications as well as cost-sensitive consumer goods. You may be wondering why now. The Tesla Powerwall and similar products were introduced in 2015 with an expected lifespan of around 10 years. This means that starting in 2025 and continuing on for the foreseeable future, these batteries will need to be replaced, creating a massive supply of high-quality used lithium-ion product. Each and every Tesla Powerwall has over 2,500 cells, and disassembly is labor efficient and yields high-volume, uniform product. Topa Energy Storage will utilize strategic sourcing and partnering with Maine-based solar and electric firms to source batteries. It's essential to get into this market as soon as possible so that we can build these strong relationships with these solar installation companies. So what's in it for each party? For customers, you get lithium-ion performance at a fraction of the cost. For the environment, we reduce hazardous e-waste. For investors, we offer a high-margin commodity business. And finally, for Maine, we introduce new economy jobs to the Waterville area and surrounding communities. If we were to win this money, we would attend the international meeting on lithium batteries in Montreal this summer to establish our place in the industry. And we would also attempt to break apart a used lithium-ion battery to do some proof of concept testing. Thank you so much for listening, and please join us at Topa Energy Storage as we lead the charge in the Second Life battery revolution.
Excellent pitch, and very innovative and socially responsible and educational. All right, Stacy, kick us off.
I'm curious about your marketing plan and specifically your target audience.
Installation companies, as I mentioned, need to pay to have their batteries disposed of. And I've talked to several CEOs of solar installation companies that would be willing to offer their old batteries for free. So the sourcing really isn't that big of a deal. And then I would theoretically break apart the batteries, repackage them, and then sell them to manufacturing companies, sort of the cost-sensitive consumer goods that I was mentioning.
So you're talking about a business-to-business sale.
Yeah, B2B, yeah.
Have you looked into what those channels are and how you would find those customers? And then do you know if it's traditionally a direct sale, or are there intermediaries involved?
It would usually be a direct sale from the research I've done, but honestly, I don't know enough to speak to that one.
That's okay. Kim.
Great presentation. Have you projected what this cost will look like for the state of Maine, finding a facility and how that works, and then also getting the employees to work there? How do you attract them?
Right, well, obviously Maine has a lot of labor, and this isn't labor that needs a lot of education background. Like I said, it's labor efficient. It would cost a lot to get a production facility, ideally in Waterville, Maine. There's rundown mills everywhere, so I mean, it's not for lack of real estate, it's for lack of funding.
All right, well, congratulations on everything that you've done so far, and we just wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we're gonna take a very short break and hear from our sponsors, and coming up next, we'll have Thomas College. If you're a sports fan, or if you play sports, you're gonna wanna hear this. We'll be right back. You can come on over.
Visibility creates opportunity. It all comes down to opportunity. When people can find you, they can hire you, they can interview, and they can partner with you. If they can't find you, none of that happens. Visibility is not vanity, it's strategy. So be intentional, be clear, be consistent, because the people who are known and easily found are the ones who win. I'm Nancy Marshall, the PR maven. I've been in public relations since before the internet. And today, PR is more important than ever to help you get found, get known, and to grow your business.
Albin, Randall, and Bennett, committed to providing accounting solutions to Greenlight Maine startups, working with businesses and organizations that operate locally and nationally. ARBCPA.com.
Join us for the 3rd annual Maine & Co. Greenlight Maine Golf Tournament at the Samoset Resort on Monday, June 29th. To register your team or for more information, visit greenlightmaine.com.
Whether you're a small business or a big business, whether you're cutting edge or looking at a traditional industry in a whole new way, whether you're on the coast, in the city, a small town, wherever. If you're an organization here in Maine, if you want to innovate, and if you want to grow, we want to support you. We're the Maine Technology Institute.
Welcome back to the college edition of Greenlight Maine. This next company makes a lot of sense to athletes of all ages. I'd like to welcome Caio and Vitor from Thomas College, and your company is called MVP Development. Whenever you're ready.
Good afternoon, we are MVP. Picture a kid in Portland, Maine. It is early in the morning, the field's covered in fog. He's out there alone before school. He's doing cone drills, taking touches, trying to get better with whatever he knows. He's motivated, he's disciplined, he's willing to work. But he's missing what too many athletes are missing: direction. He does not fully know what he should be training for his position. He does not know if the work he's doing is actually helping improve. He does not know how to find the right coach, how to build exposure, or what would really help him reach the next level. And because of that, opportunity is passing by. And not because he lacks effort or talent, but because he lacks access to the right guidance.
That's the problem solving. So MVP is an athlete developed platform that, by using AI, help athletes make smarter training, development, and recruiting decisions, while also helping coaches scale personalized support in a more realistic and effective way. At its core, MVP helps to answer the 5 biggest questions the athletes face. What should I work on? How am I improving? Who can help me get better? What opportunities fit my level? And what is my best next step? And we bring that together through 5 connected pillars.
First, coaching. AI assisted training support that helps create more personalized development plans, goals, and progress tracking.
And then second, we got recruiting. Tools to help athletes present themselves better, while also helping them make smarter decisions about their pathway to the next level.
The third, partner marketplace. Access to coaches and trainers for extra support, sessions, and specialized development.
And then fourth, we got community. Online place where athletes can stay engaged through finding local pickup games, local ID camps. They can also participate in online challenges and also connect with other peers nearby.
And fifth, advisor. Guidance that helps athletes better understand their path and make better decisions based on their goals.
So what makes MVP so much different is that we're not just focusing on one part of the athlete's journey. Most platforms, they'll either stop at recruiting, training, or networking, while MVP bring it all together into one connected ecosystem, so athletes are not just getting information, but they're getting direction, action, and support in one place.
We're starting Central Maine to build density with local athletes, trainers, schools, and clubs, allowing us to prove value, build trust, and grow both sides of the platform in a real community before scaling outward.
When we go back to the kid in Portland, Maine, the difference is very clear. Now with MVP, he's not alone just guessing anymore. He now has a plan that's built for him. He knows what to work on and why. He can measure his progress. He can connect with coaches and also trainers that fit his needs. And he can measure he can increase his visibility. He can also make smarter decisions and put himself in a better position for when real opportunities come up. So his progress improves a lot, not just because he's working harder, but because now his hard work has a direction. And that is our mission, to make athletic development more personalized, more accessible, and more actionable, especially for those athletes who do not always have elite resources around them. Because talent's everywhere, but guidance is not. And by training smarter and working harder is how MVP is going to change that.
Awesome. This is such an awesome thing, a valuable tool, and you're right, talent is everywhere, but guidance is not. So good for you guys. All right, Stacy, kick us off.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the pricing?
We do gonna have subscriptions. A big thing as well we're gonna have is the coach marketplace that Vitor mentioned earlier. So just like kind of Uber, we want to work on percentage. So we're gonna connect the athletes with the coaches nearby or online if they have to.
So is the coach your customer or is the player your customer?
We want to go to coaches first. So we want to reach out to coaches, help them develop their practices better, but the athletes as well, because the way you got the recruiting features and all of that.
Have you done any testing validation to make sure that what you're putting out there actually works on the coach's side and on the player side? Like, how are you measuring that it's actually effective?
We already have a few athletes doing some workouts. They have been doing some really great progress in the past a month, I believe.
I do coach as well. I'm assistant coach for Central Maine United. I get a couple of athletes that want to have an extra workout, and they help us develop the coach to improve him as well. So we get a lot of feedback from that, which has helped us make an even better coach before really launching it into the market.
You guys are busy.
Yes.
You're in class, you're soccer coaches, you're doing this, so good for you guys. We're going to take a short break and hear from our sponsors, but when we come back, we're going to hear from our judges, so don't go away. We'll be right back. All right, come on over, you guys.
Since 1852, Bangor Savings Bank has been helping New Englanders thrive by living our You Matter More promise. We invest in Northern New England because your ideas, your well-being, and your business matter to us. Our commitment is reflected in our caring employees, innovative solutions, and investments in local communities. At Bangor Savings Bank, you are at the heart of everything we do because you matter more.
Beat the heat with unbelievable savings this month at Pape Chevrolet. Hit the road in the powerful new 2026 Silverado 1500. Any cab style, 0% APR for up to 5 years. Or pack up at a new 2026 Trax, Equinox, or Blazer for your next beach day with 3.9% APR financing for up to 5 years. Plus, don't forget, our free 6-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty comes standard with the purchase of any new Chevy. Come see why. You always do better at Pape Chevrolet.
At CMP, we do more than just power your community. We invest in Maine's future.
Nearly half of our outages come from one thing: trees crashing down.
That's why we're replacing aging cables with stronger, better protected ones.
And reinforcing our energy grid with steel poles and solid connections, built for Maine's weather.
And we're training the next generation, creating good jobs with competitive wages.
For Mainers like us.
And me.
CMP, where energy meets humanity. Good job, Kelly.
Welcome back to the Greenlight Maine College finale, and it's time for our judges to deliberate. We cannot wait to hear what you think of these amazing students. We'll start with Buoy and Biscuit, only because Andy pitched first. What'd you think?
Boy, they were all great. Buoy Biscuit, I loved. I'm a dog owner, so I can appreciate giving healthy treats, low calories.
Yeah, it's really hard because I think Buoy Biscuit was definitely the most fully developed product. It made the most sense to me. I think the product itself is fully formed, and I'm excited to see where Andy goes.
Yeah, she's got a lot going for her. She's going to become a veterinarian. I mean, it's like she checks every box, right, Kim?
Yeah, she's very busy. I think she's focused, and I love that focus that she has and all the research that she's doing for this product. It's great what she's doing.
Awesome. Okay. Topa Energy Storage, Charlie Parks from Colby College.
Oh, Topa, very innovative. Loved the reusable piece, and I thought he had a great plan, and really looking forward to seeing where he goes. He's only a freshman at Colby, so very impressive.
Yeah, a lot of time to develop this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing about Topa for me is the social impact. I think it is just an amazing attempt. It has the potential to have a tremendous social impact, and I think from a business conceptual standpoint is probably the simplest and most scalable business of the three, I think, in terms of its ability to create impact, generate revenue, and I think execute as well. So that really has that going for it.
Yeah, great concept. I think, again, young kids, smart thinking process that he has for that, especially now with where we are in the economy and social impact and things like that. So I definitely think there's something there.
Awesome. And finally, MVP development. I mean, those guys, they really know their stuff when it comes to soccer and training.
They do, and they have lots of energy. I do think MVP is unique. As a mom of 2 athletes, I can see the need to bringing all of those resources, training plans, in one central location that can be used by coaches and athletes. So I thought they had a really great idea.
What a great team, right? It's a sports team, product and service, and they themselves are such an amazing team, and I think that's really exciting to see. And in terms of business success in my career, when you have a team that seems to enjoy working together like that and complement each other, it makes it so much more likely that they will succeed. So I think that was what impressed them the most about me, is that they are a team and they seem to be firing on all cylinders. So excited to see where they go.
Absolutely.
I agree. Great partnership there. You can see them working very well together. I think it is something a little different that you haven't seen, and especially if you have kids who are in sports, it's a way to kind of keep them on track to where they need to go, where if their coach isn't available, but you have this connection another way. Definitely with all the plans and follow-up that the app would give them to see their progress. It's great.
Excellent. Well, you guys made a perfect team yourself here. So thank you so very much. A lot of great insight and feedback for the contestants. So we're going to give you one more minute and then we'll know who the winner is. And while they do that, we're going to do this. We have a short message from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
You don't have to do college the usual way. At Thomas College, we do college differently. We do academics differently. We do success differently. We do community differently. We do innovation differently. We do careers differently. Where belonging isn't promised, it's lived. We don't just prepare you for a job, we empower your future. It's time to do college differently.
Junior Achievement of Maine accelerates economic mobility for Maine students by equipping them with the skill sets and mindsets to envision choice-filled futures. Thanks to a network of over 800 volunteers across the state, students are being introduced to career pathways they may not know exist, building workforce development skills and accessing professional development networks, all before they graduate. Join JA Maine in ensuring a stronger future for Maine and its students.
Welcome back to the Greenlight Maine college season finale. The entire season comes down to this moment. We just watched 3 outstanding students. They are all winners, but it's time to find out how this all shakes out. Okay, we're going to start with 3rd place for $5,000. The winner is Topa Energy Storage. Congratulations to Charlie Parks. For 2nd place and $7,500, the winner is MVP Development. Congratulations to Vitor and Caio. And that means our grand prize winner is Buoy and Biscuit. Congratulations to Andy. Well, we want to thank all of you at home for watching. We want to thank Bangor Savings Bank, Thomas College for organizing the entire college series, Finance Authority of Maine for sponsoring us and the grand prize today, Delta Dental as well, and all of our other sponsors. We'll be back next week with the season finale of our original Greenlight Maine series, so please join us then. Have a safe and successful week. Awesome job, you guys. Congratulations.
Greenlight Maine would like to thank our premier partner, Bangor Savings Bank, our corporate partners, and our sponsors. Thank you.